and it's going to be a great football season. We can hardly wait to see what the next month's players look like. One of the more controversial decisions, or rules, I guess, in football in this day and age is the 50-metre penalty. We haven't seen any here at the SCG this afternoon. Let's check on our What's Your Decision this afternoon. In the Sports World studio, here is Bruce McAvoy.
We have Rowan Saws with me. Rowan, welcome to What's Your Decision, the 50-metre penalty rule. Tell us about the philosophy and the training behind this one.
Well, Bruce, there's 4 areas we look at, and there's 2 automatic decisions where we pay 50-metre penalty. That is where a player doesn't return the ball back on the full, or where a player runs between a player with the ball after a free kick or a mark with the player on the mark. So they're automatically 50-metre penalties. In instance where there's an undue delay, a player's knocked to the ground after taking a mark or get a free kick, there's a 50-metre penalty, or when there's encroachment, deliberate encroachment over the mark.
OK, so the 4 major areas. Let's have a look at some examples, because this can really cost a footy team. We go to the match between the Adelaide Crows and Hawthorn. Paul Deere and Bruce Lindsay are the players in question.
Well, Paul Deere gets the free kick. You see player Lindsay run across in front of Paul Deere, who has the free kick, and there's an automatic 50-metre penalty. If player Lindsay of the Crows had followed the Hawthorn player through, it wouldn't have been 50 metres if you had followed the player. But you see, just run, takes the shortcut, trying to chase the other Hawthorn player. So it's automatic 50-metre penalty.
Yes, he was trying to cut off Anderson. So we go to Subiaco Oval, West Coast against Melbourne. Flintoff taking a mark, Sumich coming in late.
Sumich comes in late. Flintoff has taken the mark, clearly he's taken the mark, and Sumich doesn't try to pull up at all and just knocks the player to the ground. So this is a definite undue delay. Just jumps into the player, automatic 50-metre penalty.
OK, so 50-metre penalty going to Flintoff there against Sumich. So the penalty against the West Coast. Same ground.
In this case, the mark's taken, and it's just an encroachment over the mark by Lyons, just runs over the mark and grabs hold of the Eagles player. Hart, when not necessarily. There's no necessity to do so. Goes over the mark clearly, just grabs hold of him. So it's encroachment over the mark in that case.
OK, Rowan, so they were all pretty straightforward, and all 50-metre penalties. But for the people at home and for me and everybody else in footy, there are some that are not quite so straightforward. Let's have a look at some examples, and we'll get the people at home to have a chance during the commercial break to make their decision. Here's the first one, John Kennedy and Chris McDermott. McDermott coming in on Kennedy, so what do you reckon, 50-metre penalty or not? We're not going to tell you right now, are we?
No, let the viewers decide, and after the break.
OK, so that's Kennedy of Hawthorn and Chris McDermott, so what do you reckon? We go to the West Coast Eagles and Melbourne game. Gary Lyon and Lockyer here. Good tackle, so there's holding the ball against Lockyer.
Holding ball, yes.
And we see Lockyer's reaction to that decision against Gary Lyon. So is this remembering that Lyon's already got the free kick, is this a 50-metre penalty against the West Coast Eagles?
Next up to play.
And it's from the same match. It's Evans, Clark coming in late. And again, what do you think? 50 metres there or not? Rowan, we're going to put you on the hot seat after this break. So the people at home, make up your mind. 50 metres or not 50 metres, we'll find out in just a moment. Welcome back to What's Your Decision. We're joined today by Rowan Saws, a man who's umpired 288 senior games. Rowan, John Kennedy at Football Park against Chris McDermott. Was it worth 50 metres or not?
No, I don't think it's worth 50 metres. As we see again here, Kennedy takes the mark, the Crows player comes in, just touches him, there's no real push or delay, Kennedy just falls to the ground, no 50-metre penalty.
Yes, I think John helped himself along the way there.
I think he went to the ground pretty easy once he felt he was touched by the Crows player.
Well, he's nearly played as many games as you've umpired, Rowan. Now, this one with Lockyer and Lyon.
There's the tackle's applied, the free kick's paid for holding the ball. There's no need for Lockyer to grab hold of Lyon. He should be allowed to get up and get on with the game, so it's a 50-metre penalty. An undue delay is caused.
Right, that would have put Lyon right in the box seat from centre half forward. So 50 metres paid there. Now the third one, it's Evans and Clark.
Yeah. Clark comes in after Evans takes the mark. Evans just falls to the ground. Again, there's no undue delay, so therefore there's no 50-metre penalty. Evans helps himself to the ground.
So a little bit of a stage there. So the second one, the one in the middle, yes, 50 metres, the other two, no. Ryan, you've had a bit of an Achilles injury. We hope you get back on the track shortly.
Thanks very much, Bruce. I hope I'm out in a couple more weeks to get back.
Good on you, Rowan Saw. So how did you go at home? What's your decision? Just the Gary Lyon one worth 50 metres there.